What is going on, guys? It is your boy CryptoMykel here, coming to you today with a FLUX-Node update, guys. Today is the 1 year marking of running our Nimbus node on the Flux network. Now, not only is it the 1 year that we've been running a Flux node, or the Nimbus node, but overall, it's been over 2 years now that we've actually been running Flux nodes and supporting the network. It has been a fluxtastic journey, to say the least. We're gonna go over kind of a full overview and breakdown of my entire earnings over like the last 2 years and kind of compare them. And we'll talk about a little bit about FLUX-ALGO as well, because the parallel asset has been unlocked, as you can use it in Fusion and now swap it to native Flux or any other chain that you so desire. That is FA. And as well, there's another snapshot coming towards the middle of the year, so stay tuned for that. Now, let's dig into the earnings for this last month. So guys, as you can see, here is the overall overview of the parallel mining tokens over the last month currently. Alright, so this is what our current standings are for parallel assets. Now remember, we do have FLUX-ALGO that is now here, and we do have a larger claim because, as we said last month, it is claimable, but we weren't able to use it in Fusion. So in this video, we will actually go ahead and claim our snapshot and claim our mining rewards. The Fusion fee for gas for Ethereum is pretty low, so we might end up claiming that as well and get that up and out of the way. So today might be the day that we do claiming across the board and have that done. But first, guys, we are currently sitting at 13,667 Flux in the wallet. Total claimable amount is 362. These are parallel assets claimable to date, and total mined so far. Now we'll bring over our handy dandy chart, and we will probably throw this into a spreadsheet here soon and kind of do a full comparison over all of that. So this last month, like I said, we are sitting at 13,667.19 Flux in the wallet. Last month we had a total of 13,625 even Flux, so that gives us a balance of 42.19 Flux, and that is the haircut. The 1 year mark was the haircut. As we know, last month we had the halving of Flux rewards, so it was like in the middle of last month's Flux node payout, so we ended up having a little bit more because it wasn't a full month that we weren't going with payouts from like the original payout structure to the new payout structure. All right, so we were at 65.62 Flux last month, and 42 this month. Now 42 is probably going to be the going rate as it stands, because now it's been almost 2 months now since the halving has occurred. So 42 is probably going to be around the remainder, like the area of where we'll stay. I mean, as you can see, we've always kind of maintained the same area up until here, where there were more and more nodes coming online in the network, and then here at month 11 we had the halving. So, and the same thing happened up here. So take this back 2 years, or when we were running a Cumulus node before the collateral halving, which was almost the same amount of Flux. We were making 284, 270, 253, 267, 236, and then the halving. So we started making 185, 163. We were down for a month. We were down half of that month, and then we were up the rest of the time, and we were sitting around 106 to 118. Here we had a snapshot reward, so there's a higher there. Snapshot reward was there, I think, as well. But as you can see, it does happen every 2 years, or every year, every year, or whatever. But yeah, so you can kind of see the reflective payouts, and I really want to break this down into a spreadsheet. That way we can see full-on month-to-month comparisons of what we were earning. Back then, we didn't have really parallel assets calculators like we do now, so it's kind of hard to calculate the parallel assets. But we can research up the address and everything associated to that node and get the full breakdown of what assets we do have for that node, even though it doesn't work. It's not online anymore. So we also earned a total of 33.75 parallel assets over the last month. I remember that the parallel assets amount grows because we're getting more parallel assets, but the amounts we get in each asset will slowly decrease, and it will level out at asset 10, I think. Yes, we have 2 more asset releases, and then from what I understand, we will not get paid out on anything past that. So if they release like an 11th or a 12th asset, they will not be included into the parallel mining, from what I understand. And also, like I said, the FLUX-ALGO parallel asset swap is now unlocked. So now you can actually go into Fusion and you can go ahead and swap your FLUX-ALGO for native Flux, or Flux BNB, Flux ETH, whatever your flavor of Flux is. You can now swap for it. Remember, whenever you swap, you do have to have the gas associated with that parallel asset. So in this case, Algo. But whenever you go and claim your assets from either your snapshot or your parallel mining rewards, usually you get a little bit of algo received when that happens. So you can see right here, this is the wall that we usually just keep all the parallel assets in. So I do not have the assets associated with snapshot yet, so we need to go ahead and add the asset into the wallet real fast. So we need to add FLUX-ALGO, and then we also need to go down here and click Algorand because we have to have that in there for gas. So then we'll go over here to apps, we'll go to Fusion, and now we can go to snapshot claim because we have not claimed our snapshot yet. We can click snapshot claim, go to the drop down, go all the way down to Algorand, and then you can click claim and go ahead and claim the snapshot. And as you can see, we got Algorand dropped already into the wallet for claiming the snapshot. Reward was claimed. So as you can see, here's our transactions for the FLUX-ALGO token being received, as well as Algorand being received, that we can now use for gas as well. So let's actually head on over into the parallel asset claim, parallel mining claim for our node, and go ahead and claim that as well. But as you can see right now, we do have our flux that we did get from the drop, and then down here you can see we did get Algorand as well from the drop as well. So now you can see that we do have the gas associated with that, and we can actually swap that in Fusion for just native Flux, basically for free minus the Flux fee. So FA to that. Alright, so we are here on the parallel mining claim, and we can just scroll down, and of course you can just go through all of these and claim these if you need to, but right now we're talking about the Algorand drop, so we're going to click that, click the mining address, which is the node address. The Nimbus node that we have currently has 116 claimable. The Fusion fee is 5 Flux currently. Now that is the gas fees associated with swapping the tokens, so it does fluctuate on most chains. most of the time it stays pretty relatively between 3 to 5, except for Ethereum's, which fluctuates a lot higher sometimes. So you just click your receiving address that you're going to choose, and then you receive. Alright, so parallel mining reward was claimed, so now we have that as well into our wallet, into the same wallet, because you can choose which wallet that you take your deposit into, which always makes things a whole lot easier for transaction purposes and keeping track of things, is that you can put all of those into one wallet instead of multiples and then having to send to one wallet, which equals more transactions. So guys, that is the 12th month overview of running our Nimbus node, as well as kind of comparing it to the earnings of the Cumulus node, which is now the Nimbus node, but used to be the Cumulus node before the collateral happenings. Yeah, potato. But anyway, that is the overview of the last month, as well as kind of to show you how to claim your parallel mining assets, as well as getting them from the snapshot. And you can also now claim and swap them now in Fusion for native Flux. So get to swapping, get your Flux on. We will have another video coming out here soon that we will fully compare over the node earnings over the last 2 years that we've accumulated, and yeah, we'll get you back on that one. We'll have a full spreadsheet for that, easier to read, better format. Catch you on the next one. Much love, peace out, stay Fluxtastic. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.